Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do the long-awaited review of the Recess Vacation, the older brother to the Recess Weekend. So as always, this review will contain 5 different sections. It will contain the history, construction, trick handling, playability, and as well as my personal opinions, so I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so now moving on to the first section of the review, the history section. So as most of you may or may not know, Recess produced 3 different prototypes of the Recess Weekend. There was a wider version, a thinner version, and sort of a third version that had a sort of an in-between sort of specs. And what Recess did is that they actually produced I believe, the second or first prototype, and that became the Weekend. And the wider version, they made some tweaks, and that eventually became this yo-yo right here, the Recess Vacation. Okay, so now moving on to the construction section of the review. So as you can see, the Recess Vacation is constructed of a strong 7L75 aluminum body with stainless steel weight rings. Now moving on to the specs. The diameter is 55.49 millimeters, the width is 43.42 millimeters, the gap width is 4.50 millimeters, the weight is 65.8 grams, the response is just regular 19 millimeter slim pads, and now the bearing is a simple center track bearing, size C. Okay, so now moving on to the looks. So as you can see, the Recess Vacation has a purple body with a silver or white specs. This is the Harambe colorway. As you can see, it sort of looks like a wider version of the Recess Weekend. So here is just a few comparisons. As you can see, the inner cup from the Recess is melded on or moved over to the Vacation. As you can see, the sort of sloping cup designs are similar as well. And then now there's a huge difference in the profiles. As you can see, the stainless steel weight rings are really thin, so it has a very minute and subtle effect on the way that the Recess Weekend plays. But on the other hand, the Vacation has really thick weight rings, and it has a really huge difference on the way that the Vacation plays and handles itself on the string. The steps between the two yo-yos are very similar as well. There's sort of a few indents right here on the rims and a small other step right here. And then there's the same exact print right here where it has a step right here and then an inner step right here that goes into the bearing and response area. And that is a similar shape or similar design that two of the yo-yos share. So basically you could think the Vacation is more of a wider, or it's the bigger brother of the Recess Weekend. This is the Recess Diplomat. So it sort of shares the same inner hub area. Here is a Yo-Yo Recreation Draupnir, both outer ring bimetals, and both have very thick stainless steel weight rings. Here's a Axis mixtape. Here is a Shuta. Now keep in mind that the shutter and the Shuta have the same exact specs. So if you have a shutter, then you can sort of compare the sizes between the two. And then finally I have a CYW Big Dipper. Okay, and then here are the similar shapes of all the yo-yos that I featured. Alright, so now moving on to the trick handling section of the review. So this is where I'm going to list down 4 different subsections of tricks that the Recess Vacation can handle, and I'll sort of give you an overview of how each and every category of tricks that the yo-yo can handle. First, for tech. Now, due to the really crazy amount of stability and spin power that the Vacation produces, and that's due to the way that the Vacation is designed, and the bimetal design and the materials, you really spin through a lot of the intricate tech combos that you see probably a lot of people doing. And then now for speed. Now the Recess Vacation may not be the lightest or the most fit yo-yo for speed type tricks, but the Vacation has a pretty light feeling, and because of the maneuverability of the yo-yo, it can go through a lot of intricate or just fast moving tricks and combos that you may or may not have, and it can handle it well against speed without it snagging too much on the response. And now for grinds. So because the Recess Vacation has a very smooth bead blasted finish on the body, it can really handle you know, finger grinds as well as thumb grinds. If you notice, it has a central hub right here for finger spins, as I mentioned in the construction section of the review. And if you can possibly get your finger right here in the middle, it can sort of have a really even plane for you to do finger spins and finger spin tricks and stuff like that. Okay, so now for horizontal. The Vacation is pretty capable at horizontal. It's really good at horizontal tricks due to its amazing stability to stay on plane, and as well as the stability and the maneuverability due to the bimonal design. And because it has sort of intricate steps in the shape, it sort of rubs off or keeps the string from rubbing against the response, and that sort of aids in the horizontal capability of the Vacation. Okay, so now moving on to the playability section of the review. So the Vacation has a few key characteristics that I've noticed when owning the Vacation for a while now, and I'll go over them right now. So it has sort of a solid but not too heavy feeling on the string. It moves with ease between tricks. It feels a little more pronounced compared to other yo-yos in terms of the weight and the presence on the string. It's light and maneuverable when you put it through tech and speed tricks, as well as horizontals and things like that. Also whips and hook type tricks and lacerations. It's a really competition and recreational sort of yo-yo. This is sort of a yo-yo that can pretty much handle it all. It's more of an all-rounder type of yo-yo. Not so much as like the Shutter or, you know, the Weekend even. I'd say it's more divided. So what I mean by that is the Vacation can pretty much handle anything. It can handle, you know, the high stresses of competition. You know, it can even handle just regular everyday play, relaxed play and stuff like that. For my time owning the Vacation for Nationals, I found that the Vacation is probably mostly suited for tech type players, only because of like the size and the ergonomics of the yo-yo and the way that the Vacation behaves on the string and its play characteristics and stuff like that. I would say it lends mostly towards the tech type style. As you can see, most of the players on the Recess team has a technical type of style. You know, Kieran, Andrew Bergen, you know, CJ Atkinson, you know, a lot of people like that. They use this yo-yo, and it's more of a tech type yo-yo, but it does handle speed pretty well. It's not the best, but it does handle speed for what it is. But overall, the Vacation can pretty much shine in any sort of style of tricks, but it mostly shines in tech type tricks. Alright, so now moving on to my personal opinion. So I got this yo-yo at the US National Yo-Yo Contest, as some of you guys may or, you know, you probably don't know. So I just walked up to the Recess booth and got this yo-yo in Haramberry colorway. It's a really nice colorway. My first impressions of playing the yo-yo is that it has a really solid but light feel to it, as I explained in the playability section. But I've noticed that it's really stable when it comes to a lot of tricks that put a lot of stress on yo-yos, like high intensity speed combos and also long tech combos, which is what I do. And I feel that the Vacation really shines in that because it's really stable, it's long spinning, it has a very powerful spin. I would say that the Vacation is pretty player friendly, meaning that it covers or it can suit a wide variety of styles, whether it may be speed, tech, horizontal, you know, whatever it may be. But a few criticisms that I have to put on the Vacation, unfortunately, is that sometimes during tech combos or speed combos, the response area can sometimes snag. And that can get annoying sometimes, even with worn down or brand new string. It isn't really too much of a problem, it's just nitpicks here and there. But I would say that I'll have to reduce the response a little more to get sort of like that sweet spot. But you know, that goes with any yo-yo, to be honest. You know, no yo-yo is perfect or will spin for a long time or super stable. But it's just a couple things I've noticed so far. I've owned this for about a month, by the way. Otherwise than that, you know, it's a really enjoyable yo-yo, and it's one of those yo-yos that I can pretty much practice with for a really long time. You know, it's not too heavy, not too light. I could practice for a long time without getting my arm, too tired. And I'd say that it's pretty much just a really fun yo-yo to play with, just, around the house or recreationally. And this would be a yo-yo that I would use for competition. And this is a yo-yo that I also use for coming up with new tech tricks because of its stability and spin power and whatnot. Not really necessarily give the Vacation a rating. I'd say it's pretty much just a fun type of yo-yo. Probably not something I would use in competition, or actually maybe not I might use it in competition, but it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Okay everyone, so I hope you enjoyed the review. I tried to put as much details, as much information as possible in this review. If you have any more recommendations of yo-yos that you want me to review next, just post them down in the comment sections down below. And as last time, I'm going to do a poll. So whatever yo-yos that you guys recommend down in the comment sections, I'm going to put that in the new poll on strawpolls.com. I will make a new poll right after this review is uploaded to YouTube so that you guys can vote on it, and then I'd say in a week's time or so, with whichever yo-yo that gets the most votes is the yo-yo that I'm going to review next, and so on and so forth. And I say that Straw Polls is a really clever way to see what type of yo-yos you guys want, because up until now I've been choosing what type of yo-yos I want to review just based upon recommendations that you guys give me. But now I kind of want your guys' opinion on what yo-yos you guys want me to review and stuff like that. So thank you for watching this far, and again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.